Good day, everyone. Here again are my reflections at 60. My mother's aunt once gave me the money she had been saving for her funeral. I still think about that sometimes. Years ago, I decided to leave my country, to try carving out a life for myself somewhere else. The problem was I had no money. I had just come to the realization that it was time for me to move beyond a carefree life and start building something for my future outside the country, that is. So I began asking for help from people I thought who might be able to help. Most could not, some simply did not, and honestly, that's understandable. I could not blame them. Everyone has their own struggles, more so with money. And I thought of asking my mother's aunt. I was not even sure she would help me because in truth, we were not particularly close. I never had those special bonding moments with her growing up. But I decided to ask anyway. So she was quietly listening as I was explaining my situation, my goals, my hopes. And when I finished, she sat silently for a moment, and then she looked at me and she said, "I have $500 in the bank. I'm saving it for my funeral when that time comes. But come back tomorrow so we could withdraw it. Just give it back whenever you can. That should be enough for your plane ticket." I did not know what to say. I was speechless. Those were words coming from a woman who was already in her late 80s. $500 may not sound like much today, but at the time, it was the difference between staying and living. The difference between a dream remaining a dream and having, of course, the chance to pursue it. So the next day, we went to the bank and withdraw the money. And not long after that, I left the country. Life moved on. The years passed. I had my career. I worked in different places. And eventually, I was able to repay what she had lent me. But that conversation never really left me. Because when I was younger, I mostly saw the money. Only much later did I understand the sacrifice behind it. You see, she was willing to give away the little she had set aside for her own final journey so that I could begin my own journey. And she did it with no guarantees that she would ever get it back. To this day, whenever I think about that moment, I think about what it reveals about people. See, when I was younger, I thought that help would come from those closest to me. But life does not always work that way. Sometimes compassion comes from the unexpected places. Sometimes understanding comes from people who owe us nothing. And sometimes the people who quietly change the course of our lives are not the ones we know best, but the ones who simply choose to care. I suppose that is not one of the quiet truths about being human, so to speak. Deep inside, most of us are capable of generosity, sometimes even to the point of giving away something we ourselves value dearly, so that someone else can have a chance. Reflections at 60.